Hi everyone, it's your Miss Supranational 2019, Anntonia Porsild, and today is the premiere of our first Supra Chat with Anne, and I will be interviewing the contestants for the Miss Supranational 2021. So first, let's get a little introduction from our first group of wonderful, beautiful ladies. First, Miss Bahamas.
Good afternoon. My name is Naisha Tillis. I'm proud to be representing the Bahamas in this year's Miss Supranational pageant. I am a self-published author currently pursuing a master's in business administration.
Thank you, Miss Bahamas. Next, we have Miss Canada.
Hi, everyone. My name is Sasha Lombardi, and I'm representing Canada at Miss Supranational 2021. I am an elementary school teacher, which I absolutely love. I love working with youth and inspiring them and being inspired by them every single day.
Thank you, Miss Canada. Nice to meet you. Next, we have Miss Guyana.
Hi, everyone. My name is Felicia Ali. I'm the current reigning Miss Guyana 2021 for Miss Supranational. I've studied music business and entertainment management, and I currently just launched my own marketing and advertising agency. I love to work with kids, and my goal is to own my own nonprofit in a rural area and live abroad.
Thank you, Miss Guyana. Next, we have Miss India.
A very good evening, everyone, and my Supra sisters. My name is Avriti Chaudhary, and I'm 23 years old. I've been born and raised from a small city in central India called Jabalpur. I've completed my bachelor's in business administration, but while I was doing my graduation, I fell in love with modeling. So I followed my passion to work as a professional model. I really enjoy reading, swimming, and music is an instant uplifter for me. It's like it soothes my soul. Thank you.
Thank you, Miss India. Next, we have Miss Suriname.
Hello, as we say in Suriname, Fawaka everyone. My name is Farisha Chinashu, and I am representing my warm and welcoming country, Suriname. I am a medical student. I study at the medical facility in Suriname, and I have a passion for dancing. So I am part of a nationally recognized dance school called the Mysticals. Recently, I have this love for editing. I think it's because I really love storytelling and being creative. And fun fact, this will be my first time traveling outside of my country. So it makes this supranational experience more magical for me. Thank you.
Thank you. Next, we have Miss Venezuela.
Hi everyone, my name is Valentina Sanchez. I'm 26 years old and I represent Venezuela. I am a TV and radio writer and producer with a degree in international business, and I'm also a mental health advocate since 2011. And I'm so excited to be able to share my project, Make Visible the Invisible, on the Supranational platform. And I'm also really proud to be part of this first edition under the new slogan, Aspirational and Inspirational. And I'm really excited to meet all of you.
Thank you, Miss Venezuela. And I'm sure that we are all just as excited to meet you as well. Next, we have Miss Malta.
Hello, everyone. My name is Shaylee McCallum. I am 19 years old, and I will be representing Malta at the Miss Supranational 2021. I'm currently an undergraduate at the University of Malta, studying Bachelor of Commerce. I've been modeling since the age of 3 years old. I've entered a lot of beauty pageants. So basically, this is, me pursuing my dreams, being able to participate in an international competition. Thank you.
Thank you, Miss Malta. And last but definitely not least, we have Miss Iceland.
Thank you. Hi, everybody. So my name is Tisa, and I am a Supranational Iceland. I have a master's degree in physical education, and I absolutely love everything that has to do with health and fitness and sport. My favorite hobbies are rock climbing and skiing up the glaciers, and also running in my socks. I know it's strange, but it's so much fun. Thank you.
Thank you, Miss Iceland. It's very nice to meet the first group of amazing aspirational and inspirational women at the Supra Chat. And now let's get straight to our first questions. So, Miss Bahamas, you're up first. Are you ready?
I am.
Fantastic. Okay, your first question is, what is a larger than life moment or lesson you would like to share, and what did it teach you?
A larger than life moment for me, the thing that immediately comes to mind was being able to speak at my little brother's graduation. And at that time, it was a full circle moment for me because I was able to go back home to my hometown where I hadn't been for quite some time after moving away for school, and just to share my story of how I started, and being able to stand on that platform and share with the young people, including my brother, that how you start doesn't determine how you will finish, was so overwhelming for me, with just positive emotions and energy, because it's something that I live every day, and that was definitely a larger than life moment for me.
Thank you, Miss Bahamas. Next, we have Miss Canada. Your first question is, when is the right time to listen, and when is the right time to speak?
I think that's a perfect question for me. I think the perfect time to listen is when you really want to engage with someone, with what someone is saying, to understand where they're coming from. And that's what I really try to do with my students, and when I hold youth workshops, to really get them to understand, and for me to understand them. We're not listening just to hear, we're listening to connect. And I believe that just sharing your voice and your opinion is incredibly important. And especially in my classroom, when I'm standing there, I'm the teacher, everyone looks at me. I'm an elementary school teacher, so all the kids think I know everything. And I always tell them, I do not know everything. You probably know more than I do on specific topics. And if neither of us know anything, we can Google it together. We can look it up and collaborate and just learn together.
Thank you, Miss Canada. Next, we have Miss Guyana. Your first question is, if you could trade places with anyone for a day, who would it be and why?
If I could trade places with anyone for a day, I'd honestly love to trade places with my cousin who works as a doctor at the VA hospital. I think what she does is so honorable. She puts her life on the line. And on top of that, she's helping veterans who have given their time to our country. And she goes back to Guyana and gives her time there. And I think what she does is so remarkable. And if there was anything I would do, I would definitely give myself in her place to help people out daily, especially in the medical field.
Wow, thank you. Next, we have Miss India. Your first question is, what is your message to women who do not fit in the beauty standards of society, except believe in yourself?
Thank you so much for asking me this question, because it is something very personal to me already. So to all the women who feel that they do not fit into the beauty standards, let me just tell you that you make the beauty standards. Nobody else. You decide you are beautiful. What are these beauty standards even? When you start believing that you are beautiful, when you start embracing the way you are, you become beautiful. You don't have to fit into any bracket. You were put on this earth to be yourself, and that should be it. Just embrace your individuality.
Thank you, Miss India. Next, we have Miss Surname. Your first question is, what is your purpose in life, and what are you doing now to pursue it?
I believe my purpose in life is to actually help others that's why I started this medical study. It didn't happen to me. I believe that everything has a reason. When I graduated school, I didn't really know what I wanted to do, but I actually really wanted to always help people. It didn't matter in what way, and that's why I chose to study. I also wanted to help people through my dancing, make them happy, have a crowd. And now having the title, the Miss Supranational title, I am helping people with my mental health platform because I myself went through depression, 5 years ago. I know how it feels to be at your lowest point in life. And I really want to tell people that you can get out of it because I did it and look where I am. The chain of events that happened to me after I got out of my depression, all the blessings, all the things that align for my world, just for me to shine through. It really is something that I want to bring to other people. And I think that people really need to talk more about mental health, as it is really the base of everything you do in your life, because every action you take starts from up here. So, and that is what I am actively doing, working or creating a safe space for people, organizing gatherings in unconventional settings so that people can really speak their minds, especially young people like me. So yes, that's it. Thank you.
Thank you. What an inspirational journey. Next, we have Miss Venezuela. Your first question is, do you think everything should go back to the way it was before COVID-19? Why or why not?
Absolutely not. I know that it is natural and it is normal to want to go back to what normal was for us a year ago. But I feel like there are many lessons that we can take from what we are living globally. One of them, and one of the most important ones, is that life can be very fragile. And I feel like sometimes we don't really realize that. And we think that we have so many years left and that everything that we're passionate about, all of our dreams can wait. And at least in my case, the last year was like a wake-up call. It made me realize that if I have a dream, I have to go for it now because we don't know if tomorrow is going to happen. And another really important lesson that I learned in the past year is that when it comes to problems like this that affect the entire world, not just one country or one community, the solution to those problems are usually like a puzzle. And I like this idea because it's easier to see it that way. It's like each one of us has a piece of the puzzle, and if we play the puzzle correctly, our piece, then we can solve the puzzle. And it's pretty much the same thing with the solution to problems like the pandemic or any other social problems. Each one of us has the potential and has the power to do something every day that's going to contribute to building a better world. So that's my question. I don't think we should go back to normal. I think that we should learn from last year.
Thank you, Miss Venezuela. Next, we have Miss Malta. Your first question is, what do you think is your weakness and how do you overcome it?
Well, thank you for your question. I think my weakness is that I am a perfectionist, which sometimes is something good, but sometimes it tears me down because if I see something that I'm not sure about, whether it's in my studies or in my career as a model, I have to make sure that it's perfect. And sometimes it is. And knowing people around me, my family, they tell me you're doing good, you're doing well because you study a lot. But to me, being a perfectionist, it's like sometimes I feel like I didn't do enough or I didn't study enough. However, I finally, I grew up, I'm becoming more mature. I'm starting to realize, that not everyone is perfect, and maybe I did not study enough, but, there's only a limit that a person can do. Sometimes I just do my best in everything, and, I'm starting to believe more in myself and to accept that, I don't have to go overboard and just do my best. Thank you.
Thank you, Miss Malta. Last, we have Miss Iceland. Your first question is, what is your greatest achievement and how has it made you into the woman you are today?
Thank you so much for this question. So my greatest achievement in life is definitely owning a business and completing my master's degree at the age of 24. It was a dream that I wanted to have to own a business, and especially in the health and fitness industry, because my passion and my goal in life is to touch as many people's lives as I possibly can in a positive way. And doing that by bringing people into fitness and health, that is how I can do that. And that's why every day I meet with my clients, and there I can see that I am the inspiration for them and they motivate me to continue my dreams. Thank you.
Thank you, Miss Iceland. And wow, can I just say that this is such a great start to our first Super Chat with Anne. This is such an amazing group of women. And now onto a little bit deeper questions. I honestly can't wait to hear what you guys have to say to these questions, because so far your answers have been aspirational and inspirational for me as well personally, and I can't imagine how the viewers must be feeling as well. So the second question, starting at Miss Bahamas again, is what makes a person aspirational and inspirational?
I think what makes a person aspirational and inspirational is just being themselves, going after their goals, going after their dreams, and while doing the things that they truly want to do, they're inspiring others to do that themselves. They give them permission to go after their goals and dreams because they see you doing it. And that's something I try to live out each and every day. Every goal, every dream, no matter how long it takes, I'm going to go after it. And by doing that, putting my all into it, I'm in turn inspiring those watching and showing them that it's possible. And that's what I think makes a person aspirational and inspirational.
Thank you, Miss Bahamas. Next, we have Miss Canada. Your second question is, what is a problem the younger generation face today, and what can be done today to change that?
Based on my experience, especially engaging with youth, I find that a lot of the problems youth are dealing with happen online. I've had principals ask me to come in specifically to speak and to host workshops about confidence, about body image, and about bullying. There's a lot of cyberbullying happening online. There are a lot of self-confidence issues because a lot of what kids are seeing every single day, not just in magazines, not just on TV, but on their phones that they check all the time because I know they sneak a look when they're in class. It's okay. So I believe that just having a network of people who really uplift them, and that's where I come in with my workshops to really just support kids, especially youth, young people, to know that they are so incredible and that they shouldn't be looking at other people. They should be looking within and really shining their light out and letting the world know their heart. And that's what's the most beautiful thing. So I just think when more people understand that, that's when we really solve the problem and just coming together.
Okay, thank you, Miss Canada. Next, we have Miss Guyana. Your second question is, what can men learn from women and vice versa?
I think men can learn to be a little bit more nurturing and also to deal with their emotions a little better. I think men constantly are told in society that they can't cry or they can't show their emotions. And it's very, very important that we as women play a certain role too. And sharing the part that sharing your emotions and having a stable mental state is one of the most important things that you can have our sister queen, Miss Surname, was just talking about that. And it honestly is so true. And it's vice versa. I think men can also be there for women when they're down and when they're out. And I think constantly men have this stigma going where it's like, oh, well, she's going through something, or she's really depressed, so they scurry away. And I think we're at a point in time in society where mental health is so important. We need to be talking about it more, and we need to be sharing our feelings with each other, whether it's your brother, your friend, your boyfriend, your spouse, whatever it may be, but we need to be sharing our feelings with each other. And I think that's something that we can learn from each other, to constantly talk about your feelings, how you feel, and expressing yourself emotionally.
Thank you, Miss Guyana. Next, we have Miss India. Your second question is, why do we need feminism in present times?
We need feminism in present times because there still exists inequality in terms of opportunities and respect that is given to men and women in different aspects and in different areas. For example, that there is still a pay gap between men and women for the equal amount of work done. Women still sometimes, we are still living in a man's world. It's a patriarchal society, and in many countries, women have to take permission from probably their partners or their father or anybody in charge that is men in their household to take important decisions in their life. So feminism is needed so that we can spread awareness about the fact that women should be given equal respect and opportunities, and they should be allowed and given the freedom to take decisions about their life, their body, and their career. Thank you.
Thank you, Miss India. Next, we have Miss Suriname. Your second question is, given the COVID-19 situation, what lessons did you learn from the pandemic?
The most important one is that it's okay to go to your quiet place, because in this pandemic, I've realized that when I'm busy and constantly going and not having really that peace and quiet with myself, the moment that I am having that, then I get all these weird feelings and weird emotions that come up. So I have learned that I have to, from time to time, instill these moments for myself to go to my quiet place. And if I look around me, like to my peers, and even in my home, I see that people are really they're working hard, going after their dreams, and not really taking the time to sit with themselves and every thought that you have and they come up. So that's the most important thing that I've learned, that even though I am going after my dreams, I have this vision, I am working hard, that I also take the time to rejuvenate and really feed my soul, as you might say it. Yes, thank you.
Thank you. And next we have Miss Venezuela. Your second question is, if ignorance is bliss, then why do we seek knowledge?
I don't think ignorance is bliss. I think that we should all strive or understand that we live in a society that's so diverse that we cannot give ourselves the privilege of being ignorant. And I want to explain why. We live in a world that's different, that many of us were going to encounter people and beliefs and cultures that do not match with the ones that we're used to or the ones that we share. And I feel like we need to seek the knowledge to understand those differences and to respect them. So my message for anybody watching this who has encountered somebody or maybe a situation or a place that didn't seem familiar, that was different, that made them feel uncomfortable, my message and my advice would be to inform themselves, to educate themselves on that topic. And in that way, we'll be able to all respect each other, even when we don't agree with each other.
Thank you, Miss Venezuela. Next, we have Miss Malta. Your second question is, what is the silver lining to the pandemic from your perspective?
Well, being a teenager in nowadays society, I think the silver lining for me personally was, being able to spend more time with my parents, with them having jobs. And my dad is a professional footballer, so he's always at training. I got to spend a lot of time with them. I also started appreciating my grandparents more because unfortunately due to COVID, I couldn't really see them just as much. I also had some time for myself. I learned some things about myself. I was always stuck with the books, studying or taking pictures on my Instagram. I learned a lot about myself. I also learned to appreciate certain things, as I mentioned, even just things like, reading a book, something that I didn't really do when there wasn't the pandemic. Thank you.
Thank you, Miss Malta. And our last question for Miss Iceland. Do you agree with people who say that pageants objectify women? And what will you do about it?
Thank you for this question. I don't agree with that at all. I believe pageants are an opportunity, a platform to empower women. And this thought about it being objectifying women is probably coming from a group of people that really haven't done the research on what a pageant really is today. Because today it's 2021, we've come a long way, we are evolving, we're getting better, and this isn't all for the show. What's happening here in this interview, for instance, is someone that these people probably don't even know about. So I believe the pageants are beautiful, and what we need to do is just continue to give women this platform and tell the people that we have a voice, and the voices are our strongest tools to empower the world. Thank you.
Thank you, Miss Iceland. And that was our last question for our first Supra Chat with Anne. I hope you guys are a bit more loose now and a bit more relaxed. It's just another way for our fans to get to know you better and just see a different side of you that is more than just the glitz and the glam and the makeup and the heels. But congratulations to our very first group of amazing, strong women. I can't wait to meet you, and I'm sure that the fans can't wait as well. And let's just wrap up. So to all the viewers, I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to download the Miss Supranational app to vote for your favorite Miss Supranational 2021 contestant. And I hope that you enjoyed it just as much as I did. Thank you, ladies, and see you next week. So soon. Bye. Mwah.